Hey everybody, hopefully all of you are doing well. Today I'm going to show you how to make a really juicy honey citrus brine chicken. Grab your ingredients and let's get started. First, we're going to get started on the ingredients for our brine. We have some brandy, orange juice, fresh lemons, honey, and salt, of course. In a large bowl, we're going to combine 2 quarts of room temperature water along with the salt and the honey, and we're just going to mix that together until the salt and honey is dissolved. In this recipe, I'm using only 1/3 cup of kosher salt. If you're using table salt, you're going to go with 1/4 cup. Next, all we have to do is pour in our brandy, our orange juice, and add our fresh lemon juice. Now, if you don't drink, I understand that. You could actually leave the brandy out. You'll still have a very citrusy, salty brine. For the exact measurements to this recipe, check out gdseasoning.com. The link will be in the description below the video. For this video, I've partnered up with Perdue, who specialize in poultry that has been raised cage-free, fed a vegetarian diet, and they don't use any of those antibiotics. Be sure and check the description for more Perdue summertime success recipes, meal plans, and coupons available right on their website. After removing the giblets from both of the chickens, I went ahead and I gave them both a good salt rinse cleaning. And then I took my sharp knife and removed the backs. That way, they're going to lay flat whether you're smoking, grilling, or roasting. Finally, I'm just going to put the chickens in a large bowl in the brine, and I had some fresh herbs, and I'm just going to let them brine for 6 to 8 hours. When it's time to cook the chicken, all you have to do now is just drain the brine. Now you can season it up the way you want. The only thing I would caution you on is salt. In this mixture, I only have about 1.5 teaspoons of kosher salt, along with some of my other favorite seasonings, but be careful with that because remember, we've done a salt brine. Under the skin of one of the chickens, I'm going to have garlic, rosemary, and fresh lemon, while the other one I'm going to have fresh lemon and fresh sage. So you could just choose what you want. You don't even have to put anything under the skin if you don't want to. You could just season it up and cook it, but this is just me being a little extra. If you notice, I just use one of my fingers to gently pry the skin away from the breast at the top so you can fit your choice of ingredients right up under that skin. And then I'm going to take some olive oil and rub it all over the skin side and the underside of the chicken. And after that, take your seasoning and sprinkle it all over both sides. Our first chicken is the lemon and sage chicken, and after we season him up, of course I have him on a baking sheet lined with foil for easy cleanup and a rack so that the hot air can rotate around the chicken while it's roasting. So we're going to roast the chicken at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 1 hour and 15 minutes. Now, of course, those cooking times can vary. What you really want to look for is that the chicken reaches an internal temperature of 165 degrees when it's read with an instant read thermometer. And make sure the juices run clear between the thigh and the leg. Now, our second chicken, which was the garlic, rosemary, and lemon, I put on the smoker. And I just let that do its thing on the smoker for about 1.5 hours roughly. But again, I used my instant read thermometer to make sure the temperature was correct and just leave it alone and let it hang out. And when it's all done, you get to eat. Our first chicken is done. He comes out of the oven, he has a crisp skin, and you always, no matter how you cook the chickens, you need to let them rest. Here's our chicken that is coming out of the smoker, and it looks absolutely beautiful. Again, be sure and let all meats rest before you cut into them. I let the chickens rest about 10 minutes or so before I cut into them to give the juices a chance to redistribute back into the meat. That way, when you cut them, you don't have all your juice on your cutting board. The juice is in the meat. Hopefully you all will decide to give this honey citrus brine a try so you can bake, smoke, or grill your best chicken yet. I want to thank Perdue for collabing with me on this video, and I want to thank you guys for watching. You know I appreciate it when you come and hang out. Don't forget this recipe and others can be found at gdseasoning.com, and I'll see you guys next time.